Good afternoon. I'm Mike O'Brien, Canada Regional Sales Manager for BLÜCHER, a watch brand. Thank you for joining us today. Now that restrictions are easing and construction sites are opening up again, you may find that you're under pressure to make up for lost time. Perhaps you'll have a smaller crew, or some of the skilled trades that are in high demand are not readily available. Or like a project that I'm supplying, the owner still wants us to meet the original deadline despite the government shutting down all construction sites for 2 months. So today let's discuss ways to get back some of that time with the BLÜCHER products. So BLÜCHER is a watch brand specializing in stainless steel drainage solutions. The product offers a complete line of pipe and fittings, floor drains, channel or trench drains, and of course the Hygienic Pro line, which is designed specifically for food, beverage, pharmaceutical, or any industry that really is concerned with hygiene. So one of the first ways we can help you is we have inventory. We have significant inventory in the USA, both in North Carolina and Nevada, and there's significant volumes of that. We have miles of pipe in stock in all sizes. We have tens of thousands of different fittings, again, in all different sizes. We have floor drains and clean outs and shower channels, kitchen channels. And we even have a variety of stainless steel trench drains available to ship immediately. In our BT series of trench drains, we are stocking both 6-inch and 12-inch channels in standard sizes with most grading options, and both center and outlet or end outlet locations. So we likely have something that'll work for you. And of course, we're still stocking the Hygienic Pro line of drains, the most common sizes being the 8, 11, 15, and 18 foot trenches with both center and end outlet, and of course the Hygienic Pro spot drain. These come complete with the Hygienic grates and a basket, and they also save you a lot of time because they're designed to be quick and easy to install with filler channels to allow for a nice tie-in to your finished floor. And in addition to that, we're also producing trench drains and channel drains in Texas. So we have domestic manufacturing. If your project requires something other than the products we have in stock, this allows us to shorten our lead times on some of those made-to-order products. So. But perhaps the most significant impact on your timeline would come from the use of BLÜCHER Europipe for your DWV systems compared to stainless steel or cast iron pipe. The BLÜCHER system is a push-fit system, requires no special tools for installing. There's tremendous labor savings when you don't have to weld the pipe, and not to mention there's no hot work, which means there's no fire watch. It's nearly a third of the weight of traditional piping material. It's very easy to install and requires a hanger or a bracket only about every 10 feet or so. It's a complete offering running from 1.5 inch diameter right up through 12-inch diameter in 3/16L stainless steel. Of course, stainless steel is non-combustible, it's corrosion resistant, hygienic, has a long product life, quick installations, easy maintenance. There's multiple joint options to match any application, and it's lightweight. We have all the fittings to go with it: bends, branches, couplings or jointing sockets. There's access pipes, reducers, increasers, adapters, plugs, accessories, all designed to assist with a quick installation. When you build with BLÜCHER pipe, you get a long-lasting drainage system that is safe and efficient. And we have all become more aware of hygiene recently, and it will quickly become one of the most important factors in facility design and construction. An important feature of BLÜCHER piping system is the pickling process. Pickling is a cleaning and passivation process in acid baths where the steel product is cleaned of any impurities and then quickly oxidized to form the chromium oxide coating that makes stainless steel stainless. In a BLÜCHER pipe system, every piece and weld is put through this process at the factory. By comparison, site welding without this step often adds impurities that will lead to corrosion. as though that process can take place on site, it is very time consuming and labor intensive. Some advantages: push fit doesn't require specialized labor. Prefabricated fittings with drainage, shape, and smooth inside surface. There's heat expansion built into the socket, so you don't have to worry about thermal shock. All the parts have been leak tested at the factory. All welds are made in the factory with protection gas, and of course they're all pickled beforehand. As compared to a welded system, where those welds likely aren't being protected on site. If they are, it requires specialized tooling, and it is very time consuming. It's also expensive and can still be prone to corrosion in the field after the fact. So a real advantage in the longevity of the piping system when you use the BLÜCHER Europipe. One man could install the system alone. You can easily carry a 10-foot section of pipe, as you see in the bottom right-hand corner there. And that allows you to possibly even assemble sections on a bench and carry them to the installation point, saving you a little bit of time and therefore some money and expense. Installation is quite simple. The pipe cutter cuts and bevels the pipe all in one step. Once you've cut the pipe to the correct size, you take a look and make sure that the sealing ring is in place correctly. Bevel the opposite piece of pipe and insert. And there's still a little bit of room in there for adjustment and expansion and contraction of the joint. I do have a couple of pieces of pipe here, so I'm just going to go and we'll put this together online here. So I have a branch type fitting, and I have a 2-inch section of pipe. In the fitting, I can see that the sealing ring is incorrectly. There's a lip on that sealing ring that goes that points down. That allows the pipe that's going in it to slide in a little bit easier. But then that lip stops it from pulling out. So what I've done is I've taken some lubricant to this side, to the beveled end, and I just worked that into place and slide it in. You can see it was very quick, a couple of seconds, and now that it's in there tight. There is a little bit of movement available if you needed to, say, adjust a fitting once you got it to site, but it's in there. It's solid. The lubricant has a little bit of alcohol in it, not for drinking, but for what happens is that alcohol evaporates after a couple of hours, and then that joint is solid. So it's very simple and a very solid connection. Moving along. So we talked about the pipe cutters. We have a pipe cutter program available for you. We have manual cutters for up to 12-inch pipe, and we also have electric cutters for the 2-inch through 6-inch pipe. So your local rep will have details on that, and they are available for you to use. This is a picture of the manual pipe cutter kit. You clamp the device in a vise, and it works similar to a large tube cutter. There's adapters to adapt for the different diameters. And this is a couple of pictures of the electric cutter. Again, adapters to accept the various diameters of pipe, and this one will clamp to a bench or a stand in place. So the sealing rings are, I mentioned when we checked for that to make sure that they're in the correct place. If you look at the little diagram at the top right that shows a cross-section profile of the sealing ring, and that little lip, you can see it'll bend out of the way as we're pushing the pipe into the socket end of the other pipe. But then in the photograph, you'll see where it's compressed together, and I'm not sure how well that shows up, but you can see a little line at my pointer isn't showing up on there, but there is a little line where you can see that the lip has kind of compressed there, and it's going to it's really going to hold that connection in place. So the sealing rings come in 3 different materials. The standard is EPDM. It's a black ring. It has EPDM. Has excellent chemical resistance. Handles temperatures up to 212 degrees Fahrenheit, 100 degrees Celsius, and it's suitable for most applications. The other 2, there's an MBR material which would be suitable for hydrocarbons. For instance, if you had oil or gasoline in your waste, then you would want to look at the NBR. And then for high temperature or very aggressive applications, there is the Viton or FPM material, and that can handle up to 395 degrees Fahrenheit or 200 degrees Celsius. Where you might see that is in a French fry facility or a chicken nugget facility where they have fryers, and there could be hot oil. The oil can actually get much hotter than water, so you want to make sure that the sealing rings are suited for that temperature. So now the BLÜCHER Euro pipe is designed as a drainage system as opposed to a pressure system, but it can handle some pressure. With just the sealing ring, it's rated up to 7 psi or half a bar. It would likely handle more, but that's what our published data is. With the addition of a joint clamp, the max pressure could be as high as 30 psi or 2 bar. The joint clamp is the picture at the top right. And if you need to go to 3 bar or 44 psi, the clamping ring, in addition to projections, which are achieved using the dimple tool, the little device at the bottom right there, you can get up to those types of pressures. So certainly we can handle the types of things that you're going to see in a drainage system, and on the off chance that you're looking at a vacuum drainage system, this will handle that no problem. So we know it's a great product. It's been in production for over 40 years. It's very common in European construction, where buildings are designed and expected to last for centuries. And yes, it has a premium price. However, the material cost is only one part of the total installed cost of a drainage system. There are significant savings in labor. This diagram is from a case study, and it is available at BLÜCHERpipe.com. The project in this case was a pair of identical ships, which gave the rare opportunity for an apples-to-apples comparison. In this project, there were 7,000 connections to be made. A good welder could complete 48 connections per day, and of course at the skilled labor rate. A general laborer at a lower wage rate and with approximately 10 minutes of instruction was able to complete up 480 connections a day. The savings in time and labor are significant. The job with the BLÜCHER pipes was completed in 15 days. With the welded pipe, it was 146 days. Think about how much time you have estimated to weld the drainage system together on your project. In this example, it was only 10% of the time for the BLÜCHER installation as it was for the welded installation. So what could that mean for your project? If you had scheduled, say, a month to weld together the drainage system, and you could get back 3.5 weeks of that, and then pour the concrete floor sooner, what would that do to your schedule? What would that do for your bottom line? And lastly, we have some resources available for you. Revit drawings are available at the BIM store. Again, makes it easy to incorporate those into your project specifications. You can also refer to BLÜCHERpipe.com, BLÜCHERpipe.ca in Canada. We have literature, we have spec sheets, case studies, installation instructions and videos, price lists and catalogs. So everything that you really need to get going. As I mentioned at the start, BLÜCHER is a brand of Watts Water Technologies, and together the Watts brands have over 1,000 years of experience, and all of us at Watts are ready and here to help you with your next project. So If you have any questions on this, feel free to reach out to me. My email address here at the bottom is michael.o'brien@wattswater.com. I also have excuse me. I also have colleagues in the U.S. If you don't have their contact information, I certainly get it to you. But in closing, I'm right at 15 minutes. I'd like to thank you for joining us today. I hope I've given you some ideas that are useful. And like I said, if we can help in any way, please reach out. Have a great day.